says bionic eyes will soon be possible. What is a bionic eye?
Yeah, that's under development right now in a lab out at Stanford. Right now it's for people who've lost their vision, macular degeneration or congenital blindness. It's basically, it's like putting a video camera, implanting it into your eye and wiring it into your brain. And as weird as it sounds, people actually know how to do that, and they're working on prototypes of that right now.
The other thing they're working on is to link your brain to a computer. In other words, you could think Google and think search, and it would do it for you. Is that possible?
And again, sounds pretty science fiction. It's happening right now. There's a man named Matt Nagel who 3 years ago, a paralyzed man, he rolled into a lab in Providence, Rhode Island, got a brain implant. He can now move a robotic arm. He can now control a computer just by thinking. So you put these things together. You have a bionic eye that can import images. You have a brain implant that allows you to send signals in and out. You have wireless. You have Wi-Fi. You have all these wireless controllers.
Wow, that is crazy.
The pieces are there.
I'm a little confused.
So
what does it send? A radio signal? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, you can do this by radio signal. You can send it over the internet. There's actually another lab at Duke University. They did this experiment with monkeys because they're not quite ready to do it with people yet. They had a monkey control a robotic arm 7,000 miles away in Japan, just by the power of thought.
Also, you can get stimulators to fix depression.
Right, and
implants to release drugs when and where you need them in your body.
It's sneaking up on people. The technologies are out there. They're coming together very quickly. It's first for disabled people, but if you look at history, every time there's a new medicine, a new device, first it's applied to medicine, and then people do it electively. They do it because they want to do something positive instead of negative. So, just think and do Google search. Your memory is limitless.
Is there a part of this we should fear, that we should be afraid of?
Well, I think as soon as these things turn recreational, you look at what happened. Every pharmaceutical that has a medical use has a recreational use that's a negative, and so you have to figure out how people should use it and how to regulate it.
There's a lot to cover here, Corey. I wish we had more time, but thank you for coming. And we'll do it again. Okay,
it's coming our way.
Cool stuff, man. To be continued. Corey Powell,
thank you.
Thanks for being here. Planting in your brain. Planting in your brain. Merging man and machine is a lot closer than you think. Merging man and machine is a lot closer than you think.
Futuristic film. Humans injected with a tiny chip holding the key to all of their private information.
But as you're about to see in our CBS 46 investigation, it's not fiction. In fact, it's being marketed in Georgia as life-saving technology. So why do some experts say it's potentially deadly? CBS 46's Kim Fedek investigates.
It's used in key cards, prepaid tolls, even checked luggage. It's called RFID technology, or radio frequency identification. Small chips that store information.
So here's the chip.
And now that same technology is literally available in the flesh, with chips injected right into people's arms.
It says it burns a little bit. That's about it.
Atlanta firefighter John Centola was injected with the chip about the size of a grain of rice. When scanned, the number on the chip is linked to a database with Centola's medical history.
I think it will help me in case of an emergency.
Centola was chipped when Florida-based VeriChip Corporation set up a booth at an Atlanta firefighter conference. They market the chip primarily for safety reasons, storing medical information for first responders, Alzheimer's patients, even children.
It is the only product that has been approved by the FDA for this specific purpose.
The FDA approved the use of chips in humans in 2004, but since then it's caused quite a bit of controversy with some consumer groups, concerned about privacy, even health concerns.
These are very powerful tools, especially if they fall in the hands of somebody with political ambitions.
One of the loudest voices of opposition is right here in the Boston area, a Harvard doctor and author of Spy Chips.
These technologies will not make us safer. I think they'll make us sitting ducks for Big Brother.
Dr. Catherine Albrecht also compiled 16 years of studies she says prove the chip can cause cancerous tumors.
It's clear as day that these tumors were not only malignant, but they metastasized, they spread to the lungs, the liver, the thymus, the brain.
These pictures show the tumors growing around the actual chip in the mice and rats.
Certainly the company, I mean, they've done, I think, a tremendous job of keeping that information under wraps for the last several years.
We sat down with the chief medical officer of VeriChip and asked about the link to cancer in mice.
Yeah, I am not aware. I mean, I would have to take a look at what's out there right now. I'm not aware of any issues at this point.
But weeks later, Verichip sent 26 pages of literature claiming the incidence of microchip-associated sarcoma in rodents is very low, and claims the mice in at least one of those studies were genetically engineered to be tumor-prone.
No doubt in your mind that this is safe for us medically.
Yes, I mean, from everything that I've seen, it's very superficial. It's been in the animals for 20-plus years.
John Cintola won't need to worry about the cancer debate. His chip fell out after 2 days.
Would you get it again?
I would not get it again.
To me, this is the future of medicine.
But how far in the future? Well, Verichip advertises the technology in use at 8 Atlanta area medical facilities, including Crawford Long Hospital, Emory University, and DeKalb Medical Center. But our investigation found that none of these centers are actually using microchip technology. For full copies of studies done on microchips and humans, log on to CBS46.com. I'm Kim Fettig, CBS 46 Investigates.
And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
I'm just going to test this. That's where I got the bottom of it. Yeah. Program. Okay. So it's live. You've been doing. So pain management. So we're going to get rid of the animal chip. Oh, they don't preload these ones. That's great. Oh no, that is it. So that's the chip with the BioBond coating. It's white coating. So that coating is what the body grows into and locks in place. So we're going to get rid of that. You're doing it. Okay, so that's going to be good. So basically, we're going to look for a place right in between. So you've got a nice squishy area there, which is great. So we're basically just going to pinch up and go in, inject, and then I'm going to press and pull out, and then I'm going to give you the gauze and just put pressure.
Woo!
It's funny to watch. Just keep pressure there. All right.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
To think something so small can connect you to everything that matters.
When your life and all you love
are on the line.
HealthLink is always with you when every second counts in the emergency room, providing immediate access to your medical records.
Because Bob has trouble remembering all his medications.
Because I'm in love with my kids' kids.
Because my car lost control while driving.
Because now I'm looking out for both of us.
Because I have diabetes.